welcome back. Now, as I said in the previous videos, I am making the Disney's Doll's House by Hatchet, which is a part work monthly subscription, but you can do it in newsagents weekly. I'm not filming the make of that, but there are several wonderful YouTubers who are. Scott from Building with the Boys, Kevin from Nexus. They are both making the Doll's House as well, so I recommend you go and check them out. I will try and leave a link to their videos down below in the comments. Not in the comments, in the, you know, the drill that YouTubers say down there. Just click on it, you'll find it, they're great. Now, as I said previously in the other videos as well, I'm adding extra bits to my Doll's House to represent something from each of their animated films, and ones that are live action and animated, like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Mary Poppins, Pete's Dragon, just to name a few of them. In this video, I'm going to show you a few extra things, not just one craft, because these ones are a little bit easy and a little bit quick. You can do them within a few minutes. Yes, so I hope you enjoy it. I will, my brain's just gone dead. Well, let's get on with this video. Yeah, you know, we'll get there. So I'm just going to interrupt before we get going in this craft. All the things that I am making and all the printouts that I am using that I've collected and saved. Eventually I'm trying to find a way that I can share them with you, so if you want to recreate them you can, and they'll be accessible for you in the future. Hopefully, fingers crossed and touch wood, either today or by Tuesday I'll upload a link where you can download all these printables that I have created and you can use them for yourselves. So anyway, enough of me waffling on and chatting. Let's see what we're going to make today. So, one of the first crafts we're going to make is a record. So as you can see here, this is what I've previously made. Is a record with an LP that slips inside its sleeves. And it's a quick and easy make. Now, until I get the printable uploaded, oh, hello Chanel. Yep, I don't get 5 minutes peace, do I? No. Good girl. Yes. Hang on a minute. Back in a second. Sorry about that. She wanted to make an appearance to say who's boss. Anyway, as I was saying, what you need is to print off the images of the record and the back cover. If you're going to do this for yourself, this is how I set it up. So you've got the cover there on your right, and on the left you put the same size square and into a colour of your choice, or you can try and match it. That's the best I can do it. Or if you can find the back image of the record, you can do that as well, depending on how much detail you want to do it. Again, as I said, I will upload images, this on the one sheet. This will be uploaded once I figure out how I can do that and go about it. So that's one thing first thing you do need is that. Second you need, as I've used previously when I made the Sleeping Beauty cake, is the old punch. Now don't worry if you haven't got one of these, you can draw that. So, as I was saying, yes, she decided to come and give me a hand. We'll carry on. If you haven't got one of these, if you draw around a 2 pence and then cut them out, that you can do as well. And that's to make the record itself. You will also need is a small hole punch, a regular hole punch like this, for the little dots there. I've just taken the base off because I need to get access to them. And you also need white paper. Now, being eco-friendly, the print, you can use the scraps from printables for the circles. And you also need is a black marker and another marker colour of your choice. So here I've got blue, green and red. So let's start off with the colour. So you get the printable sheet that you had. Let's put that there for a moment. I'm not adding this bit out, you can just watch. Oh, and you also need scissors as well, which I haven't got handy. So I'll be back in a moment. Ta-da! One pair of scissors. Now do be careful when using scissors or anything sharp. Don't hurt yourself. Disclaimer, if you hurt yourself, it's your fault. Right. What you do is you first thing you cut out the cover. So once you've cut it out, like I've done so here, all you need to do is fold it in half, like so. And because I forgot to mention it, you do need some glue, or you can use double-sided tape. And you apply a little along the edge here and the edge here, and you close it and you stick it shut. Now you can trim it to neaten it all off. So I'm just going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. There you go. And once it's all been stuck, you have your album cover. Now to make the record, you take your hole punch or your 2p piece, you draw around the 2p piece and cut it out. But if you've got one of these, you find a bit of white gap. I'll just take the lid off. I'm going to do this in real time, so I'm not going to do it as a time lapse because it's only take a second. You place that in there, make sure you get a whole circle, not just drawing in the print, so that's right. There you go. Now you can, like with the Sleeping Beauty cake, you can make a few to make it quite thick. I'm just going to do that for the time being. And you also need 2 smaller circles. So I'm going to take my normal hole punch. I do it upside down so I can see roughly where the paper is, making sure it's covered, as you can see there. And you've got 2 small circles. So I'm just going to put those down. There we go. And yes, my helper is still here, supervising me. Trust me, I need all the supervision I can get. So what you do next, you take your black marker and you colour both sides. You can't see it, both sides of the cutout circle. So as you just saw, I also coloured in 2 small white dots in the colour of your choice, and I put a little black dot in the middle to represent the hole for it to go onto the spindle so it can go on the turntable. Then what you do, you apply a little bit of glue on the back of the small circle and you glue it into the centre so it will look something like that. Ta-da! The magic of camera, really. One I prepared earlier. And then you take your album cover and you can slide it in and you have this. Now you can do this, you can make as many as you like of different ones. Here's a few that I've already made in the past. And there you go. And your doll, the residents of your doll's house can enjoy some music while they do their chores. There, and that's the first craft done on this video. I hope it was easy to follow. The next one is coming right up, but beforehand, if you're like me and you enjoy sitting down quietly and doing some colouring in, you might be interested in purchasing a book that I published last year, which is Costume Colouring In book. It's available on Amazon. You just look for it. It's a purple cover. There's no images of what's inside, but all the illustrations and all the drawings inside I've created by myself. So there's one of them. I'll just show you another. And they are all inspired by characters from shows, from films, from fantasy, from made up in my mind, or some that I've actually used when I was working in the theatre industry. So by all means you can check it out. I will try and put a link down below with all the other links that I said I'm going to try and do, and check it out. Right, let's get on to the second craft. And on this second craft we're going to make the black flame candle from Hocus Pocus. Now in this video I'm only going to show you how to make the candle itself, which is a quick and easy thing to do. The stand for it I will show you in a later video, but for now we're going to focus on this one. So for that you'll need a glue stick, some glue, some cotton, black cotton thread or string, which you can use a black marker to colour it in black, and you also need a print off. Now you can go on Google and search for it, but as I said it will be on a printable, as you can see here, which is the image that is on the black flame candle in the film Hocus Pocus. So what you need to do is cut that out first. There are two sizes so you can choose. For this one we're going to use the bigger one, so I'm just going to cut that out. So there we go, I just disposed of those for a moment, get them off the screen, don't need the camera. So there we go, we've got that cut out. Now you take your glue stick, this is an old one, I've had it for a few donkey's years and never got used to these, so I'm using an old one and I'm waffling again, I do apologise. And what you do is that you glue that around the edge of the candle, of the glue stick, like so. And then once you've glued it on, you take a Stanley knife or scissors and you cut away the rest of it. And that's how you do it. You glue it around the edge, and then all you do is you get a little bit of cotton and you put a little bit of glue and you stick it on the edge like so, which I've done here. So I did film it, but it's deleted it and I haven't got any more to make you another one, so I do apologise. And that's how you make the black flame candle. And as I said, later on I will show you how to make the stand for it. Right, on to the next craft. In my previous video I made some gravestones inspired by the Haunted Mansion or the Phantom Manor. So going back to that theme, we're going to make the portraits from the stretching room. As you can see here, I've already previously made these, so I'm going to show you how to make them. So, because what my plan is that I'm going to decorate the doll's house for Halloween, Christmas and any other times of holidays. So for Halloween I'm going on the Haunted Mansion / Hocus Pocus side of it. I do have other things from Hocus Pocus that I have made, which I will show in a later video. I'll give you a little sneak peek. If you're part of the Disney Dolls House group on Facebook, you may have already seen this. I have made the book from it, and yes, it does open up and you can read some spells in it. So there's the one, Leighton Thackeray into a cat, a peddler's disguise from Snow White, and the poison apple, which is also from Snow White, sleeping spell, call of the spirits, and some others that I just found. All these images I do not own, because it's for my own private and personal use. There's no problem in that. You can find these on Google search. I'll probably later on make my own and put it up as a printable. Yeah, and I'll show you in another video how I made this. But coming back to this one, I'm going to show you how to make a stretching portraits. So again, with the same printable that we previously used, you may have already noticed I have printed off the portraits. Now again, cut them all out. I'll just do that now for you, bear with. Typically I have forgot to mention what is required for this craft. So obviously you need the printable of the images that you want. Now you can do this, you don't have to do the stretching portraits. You can find an image or a quote that you like and you can frame it. That's all we're going to do. You'll also need some popsicle sticks, so either large ones like this one or normal regular size, pair of scissors, a straight rule if needed, and glue, which I got there. Couldn't see it for a moment. And then let's get going. So I have previously cut out the images, so I had to backtrack myself. Now I'm caught up. Then you take the popsicle stick and you cut it in a straight line, or as straight as you can, to the size of the image. So it's like that, because obviously that's too thick for the frame. You can use that. Now you can get the even thinner coffee stirrers from Starbucks, and other coffee shops are available, and I reckon they're about the right size for this, but I haven't got any of those, so I'm going to have to make do with one of these. I'll just cut this down to size and then I'll show you what to do next. So as you saw in the time lapse, I sanded it down with a nail file around the edges to make it all nice and smooth and straight as best you can. Obviously do be careful because there can be some splinters, and be careful. Again, you are responsible for your own safety. I'm not going to take responsibility for that. So once you've done that, then you make another one the same size, and you make two small ones, and then you attach the image on the back like so, and you go all the way around. Before you attach it, if you don't want it this pale colour, you can take a marker pen or paint and you can change the colour to how you want it, just like so. I'm just showing you in real time, so it doesn't take long. Right, so always get the edges and the bottom and the top of it. Don't worry about one-sided, because obviously that's going to be hidden by the image. So you make another one on this side, this size, and you make a small one to go along the top, one there, one there, one there, and you glue them all in place. And then once it's dried, you'll have a finished article. Would help it to hold the right way around. Then there you go, and that's how I made the stretch room. And you do all 4 pictures or any images that you want, that you would like to have hanging on the walls in your doll's house. And there we go, and that's the second craft of this video. Right, there you go, that's the second craft of this video. Now the last one on this day, yes, I'm treating you to 3 crafts. It's really easy, really simple, and you only need a few items. So for this craft, you need the following: a furry assistant, which I have here, a pair of scissors, some double-sided sellotape, and a dead battery. Now, we're going to make... Oh, you would also need a printable. This will give it away what we are making. You need this, which is a canister from Monsters Inc. Now, I know you can see on the printed sheet there is 4 images of the magic mirror. That will be coming in a later video. But for now, we're going to code on this. We're going to make a scream canister from the film Monsters Inc. So, let's get going. The first thing you need to do is cut out this image. So once you've cut it out, you take your double-sided sellotape and you apply it to the back of this. Now let me just get rid of my off cuttings. Bear with. So I'll just do that for you. You apply this onto the back of here. So there you can see I've applied 3 strips. You can do 2, but I like to do 3 to make sure it's secure. Then you peel off the back of the double-sided tape. I was going to say masking tape then, but I mean double-sided. So you do it for all 3 of them. I'm doing this in real time. And then you take your dead battery. And what I suggest you do first is that you stick it, you line it up, and you can be a bit fiddly at first. You place it there. See, I always stick the middle bit down first, so you've got the canister bit, and then you roll this one over, like so. And you can roll that side over, like that. And there you go. You have a scream canister from Monsters Inc. And that's all to it. And there we are. 3 little crafts. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Ta-ra!